I'm sure almost every man on this planet knows this terrible situation. You suddenly realize that you almost forgot a birthday, an anniversary, or another important date of a woman in your life. And on top you realize now it's too late to purchase something, now it's too late to buy something. And you don't have enough money anyway. But disappointing your girlfriend, your wife, your mom, your sister is not an option. So you are in a desperate situation now. But hey my friend, this is exactly the point where the idea behind this project comes into play. All you need to save this bad situation is a Swiss Army knife, some little sticks, and a little bit tenant in manual work. So stay tuned if you want to learn how you can save your ass in such a bad situation with a super cool bushcraft project. Hello YouTube, welcome to another Swiss Army knife project video. In this video I will show you how you can craft different kind of fantasy flowers so that you can put together an arrangement for an everlasting bouquet. All you need for this project is a Swiss Army knife and some sticks depending on how many flowers you want to craft. And if you want to simplify the project, hot glue, a lighter and some cord would be very helpful. Simplify in this case means that you could make such a flower in one piece, stem and flower head out of one piece, or you can separate it. So just whittle the flower head, then take a little side branch and put it together like this, and this is much easier. So in this case a little bit glue would be not a disadvantage. Such flowers you can craft out of almost every carvable wood. So I prefer softwood like lime, poplar, willow, spruce, birch. But it's also possible with harder wood. Softwood has the advantage that you don't have to cut with so much strength. But hey, you have to try it with the material you will find in your situation. Before we start, I want to show you some basics, some carving basics that can help you, that you can create your own fantasy flowers. If you tilt the knife like this, and if you carve like this, all the curls goes in this direction. If you carve like this, the curls goes in this direction. And if you hold the knife straight, you get straight curls. So with this technique you can influence how the flower looks like at the end. So for the first flower you need a piece of a branch, and with the diameter from a small finger about. First step is to pierce a hole for the stem. So take the toothpick and pierce a hole in the path like this. So now this is the hole for the stem later. So now I carve around the hole something like a little cup, so in this shape. So I don't know the name in English for this, but this is something like the supporting part of the flower head. So, something like this. Now I peel the bark off. And now I make the leaves, the petals of the flower head. For that I make about 4 centimeter long cuts, like this. I control the push motion with the thumb on the spine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now I have this. So bend it carefully. So now I cut a little bit shorter petals between the long ones. So here, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Now I try to bend them on the other side. Now you can hold it like this. And now I make super short cuts very carefully for the middle part. So short cuts, but be careful that you don't cut yourself. So now you can break out the middle part. So, and the flower is more or less done. So this is just a little side branch, also willow. So put it in. Maybe you can take a little bit glue, but this holds also without glue. I like it, super. So, first flower is already done. So now the second type of my fantasy flowers. For that I take a little bit bigger diameter. And first step is, as always, I take the toothpick and pierce a hole in the path, like this. Okay, now I make again a little cup which support the petals of the flower head. So, this is done. Now I peel the bark off. So, now I take the knife into my fist and I place the fist on my knee and I make an angle like this. So I tilt the knife like this, and now I make thousands of these curls. So the first draw is a little bit difficult, that you don't cut too far. And just put the stick back. Don't be afraid if a curl fall off like on this attempt. So you will have 1,000 attempts more. So now I have already something like a little stop at the end of the cut. So I can feel it. And now all you have to do is to make as many petals as possible until the diameter of the branch is so thin that it breaks through. So, now the flower is done. So now I need a stem. For that I take again a little side branch, cut it off. Here appears the hole. So, look at this. And it holds also without glue. I really like this kind of flowers. And take away these ones maybe. So, I flatten it a little bit. So this is the first kind of flowers. This is the second kind of flowers. And now I show you a third type of flowers. And there are 1,000 more, but these are just fantasy flowers. But I would say if we make 6 flowers, 2 of each, this will be enough for a nice bouquet. So the last kind of flower is a very fluffy one. For that I take a little branch, half the diameter of a finger maybe. Then again take the toothpick and pierce a hole for the stem. Like this. Now I carve again this cup shape who supports the leaves from the flower head. So this looks like this. Come a bit closer. Yes, like this. So now I remove the bark. So and this time I just scrape the surface from the wood like this. So I hold the knife in a 90-degree angle and I scrape like this. Now I have this. So now you need again a side branch of a willow. Put it on it. So, and now it's done. So now I'm finished. These are the flowers I made. And I used less than half an hour for this. Now I will do a 5-minute walk or 10-minute walk through the forest, and I try to find some fillers, some backdrop plants which I can use for making arrangement. So my first found are these plants. No idea what this is, but I like it. So from here I take some leaves from the holy tree. And this is how they look like if they are dry. They are still stable and I like it. So here I found some of these grasses, and as you can see, they are still stiff even if they are dry. That's perfect. So this is what I found, or what I can imagine to use. And here are the flowers. So first of all, I will take some grasses. Next step is I take the first focus flower. Then I set the second one a little bit on a different level. Maybe like this. Then, I don't know, I take maybe this one. So, these two, maybe on this side. Okay, I think that's it. Something like this. So, look at this wonderful result. I really like it. Hey, and I'm sure that this important person in your life you want to make happy with this bouquet of flower will be happy. So, thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and see you in 2 or 3 weeks. Ciao.